to the Wheels Fall Off podcast, featuring my special guests, my family, my brothers from Brick by Brick. So we got Big Mike Valini, got my brother Andy Parsons on bass, a.k.a. Thug Sexy. He did 2 tours in Afghanistan.
One tour.
One. The other one was in Iraq, right? Which is totally awesome too, to come from that experience to being in a hardcore and metal band crossover. So, tell me about this new album that you guys are working on.
Oh, I can't wait for it to come out. It's like having a baby. I'm even more pregnant than what I look.
How so?
No, it's we've been planning this thing for 6 months, and it's amazing how much time flies. It's like, whoa, when you live by a calendar, like doing every little thing, all the promotion that we've done, and it's coming to a head now. But I'm really excited for this album. It's definitely the best production we've ever had to date. Thanks to Jay Bordeaux from Stigmata. He was the producer on this. He's available. Hit him up. He'll record your band for next to nothing. No, but it was when we wrote some of the stuff on this, it was metal took the forefront. We've always had that crossover hardcore metal vibe. I guess the hardcore part is more the attitude than it is the music, because we're a metal band. We got lumped in with a lot of hardcore stuff because the Troy vibe that we brought in the beginning, and like I said, that crossover with the breakdowns and all that stuff. We got labeled Troy Core in the beginning, and now I'm the only one from Troy in the band, so it kind of, out of respect, had to just, we're a metal band. We'll just leave it at that.
Well, I've heard some of the tracks that you played for me, and this one definitely has more of a metal overtone. But you have some surprises on this album.
Yeah.
That everybody's going to have to get ready for. They're real brutal, but they definitely surprises.
Yeah, like I said, the metal took the forefront. And in the past, we've always had elements of some thrash and some classic metal, but now that's in the forefront. Now we got elements of the hardcore, so it kind of flip-flopped a little bit on this one, and I'm really happy the way it came out. And I don't know, we got some Cro-Mags vibe in a couple songs. We got some old Exodus and Slayer, and primarily because of Municipal Waste and Iron Regan. And Tony actually guests on the one song that they inspired me to write. Bar is Open. And if you've ever seen Municipal Waste or Iron Regan's videos,
great bands.
They're phenomenal. They're so much fun to watch.
Yeah, they're blast.
Great bands. Yeah.
And we convey that vibe as well. Ray, myself, Andy, Jameson, everybody in this band is hilarious. And just our travels, never mind the shows, but just the trip just to get there is hilarious. There's not one time where we don't either almost crash the van from laughing so hard. But on that song, Bar is Open, we definitely had that party vibe.
Yeah.
And
fuck the neighbors.
Yeah. Right. So we had Tony come in and guest vocal on it. It totally fit his persona. The song vibed with him, and it was a perfect fit,
Yeah, and we haven't officially released it yet, but we've recorded or filmed a video for that song as well, which is
I'm
very
well aware of it.
Yeah. But that's got like that Municipal Waste type of video like vibe to it, where it's just a bunch of chaos and nonsense going on.
I'm really looking forward to seeing
it was a party. We basically filmed that video at a party. I mean, nothing like insane, nothing that doesn't happen at every party, or nothing that shouldn't be happening at every party happened. It was just fun. It was a great vibe, great friends, great people. It's just the whole thing. And we captured that date on video with this
pretty sick
thing, and it was awesome. and that's going to be debuted by Kerrang. Kerrang's going to be debuting that, but it's
When
not going
would
to be
that be?
until next week, I think it is.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so
it's gonna be released on YouTube and
Probably
other
after.
media outlets.
yeah,
like
it'll be released. Kerrang will debut it, and then it'll be through the record label. They'll have it set up on the YouTube
So
channel.
now the
whatever.
record label, Upstate Records, a shout out to Mario and Kim. They did a great job of filming the video last week.
They're doing a great job with everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're doing it.
they really
they're
are.
very
I mean,
sweet
the
couple.
thing is, I've known Mario for 30 years, and he loves music.
Yeah, he
Loves
does.
it.
He's
And you can
big
tell. There's no arrogance. There's no ego. It's not about money. It's not about. It's just he just wants to be part of something, and he is now. This is part of our release, and we can't thank him enough for doing it.
He's
And
definitely
he's working
sweet.
hard. He's working hard for us, and I'm assuming he's working hard for all the other bands as well.
Oh yeah.
But
No, he's about his business. So tell me a little bit about this upcoming tour. I see that y'all are gonna meet up with MADBALL in Europe. I believe it's in Germany.
I have a weird feeling that Hoy's going to make me smoke weed in Amsterdam. I don't know why, but I just have a feeling.
nigga, we in Europe. Yo,
he's gonna make you smoke weed in New Jersey. It doesn't matter if it's overseas.
You're in Europe, live a little. And we got cafe. Yo, nigga. Light that up. Yo, can you imagine Mike is Stone in Amsterdam walking over those little bridges and shit,
No.
and he sees some weird shit, like a mime or some shit, and then fucking Mike Stone's
mimes.
like, yo, the fucking mime, and then kicks him in the fucking.
The
kicks him
Paris
in
show
the
got canceled.
water
We
or
won't
some
be any
shit.
mimes.
Oh my god, brick by brick on tour, Amsterdam.
Jesus.
Mike comes back with dreadlocks.
Yeah, we're going out with MADBALL and Iron Regan, so
Yeah, that's gonna be
there's
pretty
a
sick.
party right there, and then Death Before Dishonor, Born from Pain, Slope, and Ironed Out are going to be on that.
Jesus
Yeah, it's
Christ.
gonna be
I seen Death Before Dishonor about 2 weeks ago. Well, when they played with MADBALL.
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
yeah.
They were really fucking good.
Yeah.
They were really fucking good, really tight, man.
Great dudes. It's just
I gotta find my sweatshirt. I think somebody yapped my fucking Death Before Dishonor sweatshirt.
the one I gave you.
No, it was one of the ones Traj gave me. I had in the storage bin. But that shit is so dope. I think somebody got my shit. It felt so fucking good, man. Now I'm gonna tear shit up to look for my fucking Death Before Dishonor sweatshirt. So look, I see you got some new merch.
Oh my
Come in
God.
here. You got the snake head. You have the serpent head on there. You say we're surrounded by snakes.
Surrounded by snakes.
Is
You're
this
not
this
kidding.
this is the theme for Hive Mentality?
Well, Hive Mentality was basically a stab, not at just authority, but I mean anything that is elitist, I guess you could say. I mean, we got songs that are a big fuck you to social media, the negatives of that. I mean, I think that's hindering the progress of our youth's minds, to tell you the truth. I mean, I sound like that old guy, get off my lawn. But you know what? I'll tell you what, it's just, I see it, and I just see kids are in the phone. How many times you see kids watching a show like this? They're watching the show through their phone. It's like, yo, enjoy the fucking show. Get the shit out of there. It'll be somewhere. Let somebody else record it.
Just life in general too. I mean, I was just talking to my wife the other day about how when we were kids, we were teenagers. We had meetup points all throughout the neighborhood. You drive through my neighborhood and there'd be
Vandalizing, broke shit.
But it'd be like, but there'd be anywhere from like 10 to 20 kids on a block just doing shit, hanging out.
Broke shit.
And you go
That
through
stuff.
those neighborhoods now, at least in my neighborhood, and it's empty. No kids aren't doing anything. They just stay home. They, like Mike said, they're on their phone or they're on their computer.
That's definitely.
It's. I know it's times are changing. Just as when our parents were kids, they probably thought the same of us.
But the way that you and Mike are describing it, there definitely is something wrong with that. I mean, humans are meant to be social.
There's a difference
beings.
between
Yeah.
there's a difference between using this as a tool and fucking worshiping it. I mean, people are worshiping this thing. Think about how big of a panic are you going to be if your phone is missing? I don't even know anybody's numbers anymore. I know their names.
I know it.
That one,
I
that
know.
one, that one. Well, when I was a kid, I used to memorize everybody's numbers.
We've become accustomed to it, to the point where now, all right, if it's missing right there, that tool, it becomes a hindrance.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to get certain things done, you need your fucking Gmail address.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to go into your bank app or whatever.
Yeah.
It becomes a part of your daily routine.
Well, that's the double-edged sword portion of it because, like we said, everybody relies on it now, blah, 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 but I'd be fucked if I lost my phone,
I know.
Well,
The only number I know is 465-BAIL.
well, here's the thing. Maybe it works a little different in our circumstance because after a period of time, if neither one of you called certain loved ones during the course of the day, we're going to find you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a flip side to that. It's like if I don't call Mike for like more than 10 days, he's going to hit me up. You know what I mean? It's like somebody's going to see me on Instagram. Yo,
10
what's up?
days. God help for trying to ditch somewhere.
No, 10 days.
Yeah, where is it?
Yeah, I'm in the fucking forest. This is fucked up. Say, yo, Mike, I can't get no service. This is fucked up. It's like, yo, Andy, it's like you're fucking stuck in the woods.
But I mean, Hive Mentality. I mean, that's one of the stabs that we have, and of course, you got your typical politicians and religion and corporation. It's like we're blue collar dudes. I mean, they're all the enemy. Fuck all of them. And the album cover is basically a politician type or an authoritative type, and we put a red tie on him to symbolize somebody else. But I'm not going to talk politics, but anyway. But he's pulling his face off, and it's the fucking devil. And that's what Surrounded by Snakes is. It's like there's so many fake fucking people that are using the middle class or lower class as a stepping stone. They're stepping right on your fucking head to get themselves up there.
Yeah.
So that's my message.
It's just part of the solution to this to be open-minded and listen to heavy metal.
Absolutely. But I mean, no, we want to bring awareness. It's like, it's like punk rock, hardcore metal, it's all rebellious. So fucking rebel. Nobody's rebelling. Everybody's just falling into Facebook tells me I gotta like Joe Schmo, I gotta go do that.
Do you think, I thought about this one time, do you think it's the same ratio of people who are indoctrinated and blind now, like, per the population, because the population's greater now than when we were kids. When we were kids, you had probably the same amount of people who were like fucking deaf, dumb, and blind to what's going on in the world. Now we got like instant media and instant gratification.
It's more noticeable now than it was then because you have all the social media. You can see what idiots are out there. Half my friends are idiots. Maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know.
On some like pseudo Buddhist shit, like, I heard this one time and it always stuck with me. There's one Buddhist said, maybe I would be wrong if I tried to intervene in setting someone else straight. Maybe they have to take a fall in order for them to grow, right? So now maybe we might be wrong trying to bring up the level of consciousness of the people around us, even though we want to.
Hey, you don't have to do what I'm suggesting. You just gotta listen to the music. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm saying no.
Buy the fucking record.
No,
you throw it away, but buy it first.
No. I think that there's a degree of responsibility on the part of the artist when you put certain things out into the universe, like to touch your fan base. You want to inspire people a certain way, and subsequently you end up anyway. I mean, think of the young bands that look at y'all and say, "Yo, you're my inspiration. You're the reason that I have a band." Like I love Mike Valini going back into the Attica days. And he inspired me as a guitarist, as a musician. So you do have a responsibility with the people you touch with your music.
Yeah.
And coming out like that, pointing a finger at what's wrong, the corruption in our society, and the indoctrination of people, the technology that's holding them back. That's some heavy shit. It's not something to really take lightly. I mean, we're right in the thick of it.
I'm not gonna reprimand somebody for the way they live or what they do, but I mean, it's my point of view. That's our point of view, and that's what we write about. We write for us first. And
there's no question.
And if you get the message, and if some kid goes, oh yeah, maybe I, instead of instead of swiping right, maybe I should actually call a girl or go out somewhere and meet a girl and talk to her before I just go, yep, or, whatever. Whatever.
Yo, listen, I think some part of the last generation, or of young adults, that there's been this like castration of the American male. It's like to make men weaker. Yeah, well, they use that as a tool, but like you say, the guy should go out and meet the girl instead of swiping right or left. To meet them that way. I think some guys are somewhat intimidated, man, by that, even that level of intimacy that
whatever happened to that.
Yeah,
we might be standing on the last generation of what we know, and he's the baby of the bunch. He's like probably like seriously the last, and that's reinforced. He's a veteran, so he's seen like real world, real time combat shit that was like horrific. Then he come back. I mean, but anyone younger than him, it's
I know.
Yeah,
70-30.
I got a 14-year-old daughter. I cringe at what the world's going to be like for her. When she's an adult.
I dig it.
I mean, the way things are with technology and everything, it's supposed to make life easier, and which there's a lot of nice things about it, but it's made us weak, lazy. Yeah, nobody knows how to do anything anymore.
Yeah, that's a interesting thing.
And, I'm guilty of it. I'll be the first to admit. I mean, I'm not a hypocrite though. I definitely try and limit to what I'm doing. I mean, if you look at my Facebook thing, it's nothing but promotion for the band. And so, I mean, if I wasn't in a band, I wouldn't be on social media. I don't know nothing about. You see the computer in there? It's a dinosaur. I don't even know what it is. I couldn't tell you how to set up my TV. I don't know nothing.
You definitely, you have your sarcastic sense of humor. You're definitely a character. I mean, you post some funny shit up there too.
Yeah.
You're making people laugh.
What I usually do is I put a shitty statement, and then I get all the people going, and I just go delete. Get away. Get out of there. And then I erase the statement. It's like, why do you do that? I go, I just go fishing. Fishing.
Just fucking baiting motherfuckers.
Yeah, like, all right, you're a douche. Why are you my friend?
No, I thought it was fucking weird when I seen somebody had posted something. Like, this was years ago, like when I came home. And somebody posted something and the people were going on. They didn't like what the other person said. It wasn't something like really inflammatory or racist. They just didn't agree with what he was kicking. And it dawned on me, like, yo, if you don't like what he said, I'm reading it all. If you don't like what he says, why don't you just swipe to the next thing?
Exactly.
Why don't you just why do you have to be there? Why do you have to interject? And I think that's a weird thing.
Yeah.
That we have in our society. Everybody's fucking opinion must be heard.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a brain. Hear me roar.
But that's the thing, though. It's like their opinions. So I see people either lose friendship over their opinions, or you see this tirade of people, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. It's like, yeah, you just got two different opinions. Life goes on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Simple.
I'm not going to get into a debate over politics. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not gonna. I have different views than my friends for politics. We don't talk about it because I'm not gonna. You're gonna call me a jerk because I like so and so. It's like, I think you're a jerk because you like so and so, but I shouldn't say that. I just don't agree with what you think. I don't think you're a jerk though. But I've had people like, well, you're an asshole. I'm like, well, whatever.
Yeah. Well,
move on. I never talk politics.
My thing is this: how much of this shit that we're seeing in social media or on TV actually affects us individually, socially? We can get off into...
And keep in mind, the people that you're arguing over own this shit. The corporations and the politicians, they own
No,
it.
and I'm talking about another blue-collar person that, say I'm Republican, one say that I'm liberal, one's, Y'all are beefing about all of this shit, but how much does it affect you? I mean, still, you got to get up and go to work tomorrow.
That's
exactly.
Right.
I had two friends, and you know who I'm talking about. They had graffiti beef from years and years ago. Graffiti beef. You spray painted this, and I did this, and da. Like, all right. Let me ask you guys a question. if you're sitting next to each other in a bar and some dude punched him in the face, what would you do? He goes, I punched that dude in the face. I go, there you go. You just answered all your questions. Fucking knock it off.
Yeah.
You're like,
It's just that simple.
really? Yeah.
It is.
I guess you're right. But yeah, no matter how much you're arguing over something stupid right now.
Yeah, it's kind of like if America was invaded by a foreign force, would it really matter if you were Democrat or Republican?
You know, I mean,
You're all going to have to fight.
Right.
I don't get mad at you because you worship the devil. It's like that's your
Who, me?
Yeah.
When did I start that?
I don't know.
Yo, let me go get my candles. So what you telling me is if I played a brick by brick vinyl backwards, it's gonna give me a satanic message?
No, it's gonna tell you to go buy your girlfriend flowers or something.
It's gonna say go fuck yourself in your cell phone. Like, go fuck yourself in your cell phone.
No, but Hive Mentality is just a theme. It's just people are sheep. They just fall in line too easy these days. And you know what? I mean, I don't want to just. I'm not singling anybody out. It's just there are definitely stronger people out there, and they know. They know. They get it. They're the ones that are going to get the message. The weaker people are, hopefully you'll listen to the music and sing them lyrics, and maybe them lyrics will click and just make them choose a different path. You know.
Yeah, so
To stand up for yourself.
brick by brick, save the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine that if everybody in the world bought a Brick by Brick album,
and they were singing from the rooftops and dancing. Kumbaya, my lord,
Yeah.
brick by brick.
and then we could take all that money, and then we could build our own wall. We build our own wall
around our house.
Right.
So we can't leave, and then
Could we have a half pipe? Like a fucking skate ramp, like all the neighborhood kids. We have his and her quads. You'd have a special one with a fucking V8 engine. Fucking huge. We call that shit the polar bear. You know what I mean? We'll get Truth to bill you. Shout out to Brothers American War Machine. The album's dropping soon too.
Yeah.
How to get them? Some fucking good shit.
Yeah. They played their first show for me,
Yeah,
and I remember some girl in the crowd's like, they were great, but he threw a bottle at me.
Oh, there was a couple of people. One dude's like, yo, you know that guy in that band? And I was like, yeah, he's my brother. He's like, yo, that guy's a dick. He threw a fucking bottle at me in the set. I was like, oh, man. It's like, yo, you got to learn how to duck, babe. It's American War Machine.
Exactly.
It's
He's
my
probably
brother
going to go on
Truth.
Facebook and go, he hurt my feelings.
No, it's in a... Truth's like, shit, I missed him? Fuck, man, I gotta get my aim better.
We growing up, we got hit in the head with a bottle, you just sucked it up and you listen to the next song.
Yeah, we thought it was part of the festivity.
Or fight him. It's like,
that wouldn't have turned out too good.
Well, but at least take a chance.
Oh, Jesus.
You know how many times I entered into battle and I lost? I didn't care. It's like, you're a jerk. I didn't go.
I think that we got away from even that.
Oh, I know. You can't even raise your voice without getting arrested now.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
like people are scared of that shock. You know when you get hit in the eye and you get the little circles of light? They don't. Or you get hit in the nose and your tear glands tear. Like they don't want to feel that. Like we come from a generation where you're like, yeah, we're like, all right, you got me. Yeah, we still fighting. Like,
You get that.
You get it now. You're like open.
You're
like, yeah, all right.
Your sinuses clear. Your eyes focus. You're like, yeah.
And we're like a little bit more socio-empathic. It's like different shit now. It's all everybody's like all fucking Black Mirror now. I don't want to get punched in my face.
Right.
I just want to watch UFC.
I want to write about
watch
it on
other
Facebook,
motherfuckers do it. It's like so.
I told some kid, I'm like, listen, I got tattoos, I fought, and I rode motorcycles all before I was on TV.
Yeah. Well,
That's
yeah,
it.
you know something. You got a valid point there too. You know when we had a lot of fun. Speaking of which, when we went to South Carolina 2 years ago, 2017.
Oh, fucking Derek.
Listen. I love Derek.
Put me out of commission for 12 hours.
Oh my God, with the fucking oil. Oh my God. When we went to the fucking crab shack.
He goes, here, do a shot. Sure, boom. Ugh, it tastes like shit. What was that? He goes, oh, it's called tincture. It's 151 with hash oil. What? I go, are you kidding me? Yeah, next thing you know, I had to
Yo, you want to see the funniest shit? Just imagine Mike is stretched out on the bed like he was sliding into second base, like he was stealing second base in a baseball game. That's how Mike was on it. Mike was like this. Mike's like he slid into second base. Out! We took his shoes off. He was
Mike
out like a zombie.
Yeah, I couldn't function.
Oh my goodness.
Jerk.
There was
We
a
ate all
couple
that
nights.
seafood.
There was a couple nights when we did that tour of MADBALL last year where
Me?
He was late, stretched out like a bobsled.
Yeah, like at a hotel or some shit.
Yo, he didn't even. Yo, he didn't even
You know what I
remember.
remember on that tour? Is one bar had a slushy machine. Slushy machine. So, of course, there's nobody there to babysit us. So we made our own slushies with vodka. And the whole thing was, it's like, so we're taking the vodka, doing a little, can't taste the vodka. Can't taste the vodka. Next thing you know, the bottle's gone. I'm like, I can taste the vodka now. Drank a whole bottle of vodka. And, oh, yeah, it was great.
Is this before the sound check?
Oh, yeah. It was like 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We did 2 shows there. It was a
drinking
back to back.
slushy.
It was like a 2-dayer at that same venue. So the second day, it's like noon or some shit. The building's empty. There's the bartender or the cleaning guy or whoever. I don't know where they were, but we were at the bar and we owned it.
Oh,
and we took advantage of it.
Yeah, we played our first 30 seconds of our first song. We had to stop the show because some kid's head was split open on the ground.
Oh, that's
Ambulance
right.
had to come. And,
That's
What the
right.
fuck was this?
Oh, it was like in Toronto? No,
Quebec City,
Quebec City.
right?
Jesus Christ, what happened?
That was also the same 2 days where Freddie MADBALL got his his head
I
busted
remember
open.
That was the second night. Though,
Second
right?
night, he got his head busted open. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Some kid went to stage dive.
Yeah,
and-
they were violent. There, it was awesome.
Yeah, he
Awesome.
jumped up to stage dive, and he was coming up,
Yeah,
and Freddie was going
Freddie
this
was running,
way,
and
and
boom.
busted
Collision.
his eye right open.
hardcore. It's not just a job; it's an adventure.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
But that's what was hardcore about it, because what'd he do? He held his eye, he finished the song up, and then he grabbed somebody's fucking handkerchief or some shit, and he wrapped his fucking head up and finished the set.
Like a wounded warrior.
Yeah. Blood pouring all down his face, and then afterwards we're down in the dressing room and we're cleaning him all up and trying to
Did you stitch him?
I didn't have any stitches, but I kind of
did like the
cleaned him
thing.
up and did like a field dressing, kind of taped him together, and then he went to the ER and got stitches.
And that's the inspiration for Rev Up.
yeah.
There you go. Rev Up. Yo, I'm wounded. Medic. Medic. It's like, yo, we're gonna wrap up Freddy. It's like, get back on the mic. Tear shit down. Yo, that's fucking dope shit. Yo, man, you got this newspaper over here, man. I was checking out before.
Radio X.
Call the Experience.
Give Ralph and Artie a shout.
Is it Radio X?
RadioX.com. It's an online radio station, but they got this magazine. They kind of took the spot of where Metroland left off before they folded.
So it's the capital region.
Yeah,
local
so it's like
music
a
scene.
local rag. It's they did a little spot on us in there. It's pretty cool. We got like a radio interview with them.
That's cool. Another brick in the wall. Hive Mentality spotlights, brick by bricks, hard knuckle style, brutal, honest energy. Look at this. We're Ray. We're missing 2 of our brothers in the band. We're missing Ray. Ray Chaos. He got stuck with the train.
We our only rehearsal before the freaking big show, and Ray got stuck in Poughkeepsie. So
And Jameson, the drummer, my little brother, who I love, he had to bounce. But we got time, especially for that show. I might broadcast and go live and catch some of it back there. Definitely look forward to seeing Dying Fetus. That should be pretty dope. And Ramallah.
it's a great lineup.
Yeah.
It's a
pretty
unique
sick.
lineup. You're not going to see it anywhere else.
Somebody just have to go lay in the cut.
Piece that thing all together myself.
Go lay in the cut and just chill. You know what? Thinking of Ray, I thought of this because hearing early tracks that you played for me, the vocals sound real brutal as always expected from Ray, but they sound very clean. Like the production was.
Yeah. Like I said, it's
it
the best
sounds-
production we had.
The vocals. I'm listening to the little commercial too that I have on my Instagram at Jock Chemistry. I'm listening to the vocals. I'm like, shit, this shit sounds fucking like clear, man.
Well, yeah, Jason was good though. I mean, he gave us a direction. You know what I mean? It wasn't
He
just
knew he knew what mic to use for his vocals. Like we didn't record like we have in the past. You know, Jay had some tricks up his sleeve and used a couple of different pieces of equipment that I've never experienced before. So I mean, it helped. And Jared, he's a guitar player for the Clay People and for Burial,
Right.
and 5 million other bands. But he let me use his Kemper, and Chris Kostakis and Jared helped me develop my own signature sound profile in that Kemper. So you don't have to screw around with mic and amps and everything. It's like boom, it's right there. It's
So
nasty.
So in that function, you put the right amount of distortion, right amount of sustain.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
That's pretty.
EQing and
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it took Chris and I a whole day to create my main profile. You know,
Did you try anything new as far as setting, tuning, dropping tune, or kept everything pretty standard? That's like signature for you.
Ain't broke, don't fix it.
No question.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
absolutely.
not a creature of habit, you know. I mean,
Sometimes
we recorded a little differently this time. This time when we went in the studio, we had a basic structure of the song. And the goal was to get Jameson's drums done, and then we kind of reworked the song around his drums. So we would have it's hard to explain. It was like 2 measures of this, 4 measures of that, 2 measures of this, 4 measures of that. We would do that, but those 2 measures, the chord structure could change, and then the chord structure might have changed here. It was different, and so the songs sound a little bit different than originally planned, but they're better. We had, Andy came in, gave his ideas. He's like, why don't we add this note here and remove this one, and then, but nothing changed for Jameson. So
Yeah,
his drums are already done,
is-
so he's already locked.
Right.
So now we can just build the song in the studio around it.
So pretty much, JMO's drums were like the bones, and y'all
Yeah.
put the muscle around it.
Yeah.
You put all the meat
But
around
yeah,
the
I
bone.
mean the basic writing structure. Me and Jameson will jam, and we'll get that structure out. And then when he goes in the studio, he'll rehearse a little bit before and then change it in the studio to what little fills and all that. And the benefit to a couple of the songs was we redid a couple old songs. So over the years of playing, Jameson has changed the drum parts and added some more flavor, but now they're captured on this recording as opposed to the first recording that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So it's cool. The record flows.
How many old songs you did?
A bazillion. No, we did.
I think it was
We redid 2 or 3 that were set in stone, and they're still pretty much set in stone. And then we had 3 songs that were released on a split, but it was a very limited number, and that's it. And they were never on a big
like a mass production or release or whatever.
So we redid those songs, different lyrics, different parts in the songs. Again, we changed that structure. So those songs are actually different than what they were recorded on those splits, but the same bones, as you said. And then we wrote a couple new tunes on there, and then we did the couple covers.
How many covers are on this one?
2. Did Slave to the Grind by Skid Row.
Which I'm dying to hear.
Oh, it's
I know.
We captured
a brutal song.
that song's heavy, but
for a hair band that was very talented, I love Skid Row, but to play it your style.
yeah,
I mean, that song is a heavy
we
song.
added
It's
our
not
flavor.
light.
That's for damn sure.
yeah, it's definitely brick by bricked up.
But,
It's
but
like-
in the studio, you could tell we had fun with it, and that's what it was. It was fun,
the other one is one of my all-time favorites.
Iron Fist by Motorhead.
Yeah,
I know a bazillion bands have done it, but we had to give our take on it. And we originally did it for Upstate Records compilation for Motorhead, Damage Cases, which has Sheer Terror, Street Dogs, Count Time,
American War
Bunch of
Machine.
band.
yes, and American War Machine's on that too. But so we did it for them, and since it's the same label, we just put it on this one.
Yeah, Lemmy would be proud.
Yeah, I think
Definitely
he would.
Well, here's a big question. So with this upcoming record release show on February 22nd, are you going to do Slaves to the Grind? Is it going to be a set list? Oh,
No.
Come on, man.
They're
You're
not.
killing me.
They just
Then y'all gonna fucking go to Europe, and you're gonna do it in Europe.
no, we're not
I
gonna do
fucking
it.
miss this shit. Guys are suckers. Guys are suckers.
We might do it someday, but we didn't prepare for it for this show.
Jesus.
Slave to the Grind would probably be like one of those boat cruise show tunes. Just it's a party song. Not that the Friday's not gonna be a party, but Friday we want to showcase like our stuff. And
is Tony gonna make it?
No. He's on tour.
Oh, they're on tour right now too.
So
that would have been great. What other guests? I know you have some interesting guests.
Vincent Bennett from the Acacia Strain was on there,
awesome.
and Jessica Pimentel. Yeah. She's in a band called Alekeen's Gun, and she's also
awesome.
on Orange is the New Black.
Yes, phenomenal actress.
She's a phenomenal girl.
She's just phenomenal all the way around. Anything she touches turns to gold. Got the Midas touch. Yeah, it's always good to see like one of us make it like to the top.
Yeah, and that's why we put her on that song. She's got that Brooklyn attitude.
Yeah.
She's got that. She's hard. She's a hard chick.
She's hard and she's beautiful. She'll punch you in the eye, and she
will too.
Yeah.
Right.
And on a side note, we were talking about the whole recording and whatnot. The Alan from West Side Music, that did the mastering. He just won a Grammy.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, did he do the High on Fire?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
High on Fire? Who? I know that.
Yeah, they just won a Grammy. Yeah.
Oh, he produced them.
He mastered them. Mastered the record.
Oh shit. No, well, I didn't watch the Grammys. I forget what we were doing. We were caught up doing something else. But the one thing that caught me off guard, man, everybody was talking about it the next day. They didn't give like a memorandum to
Vinnie Paul.
To Vinnie Paul from Pantera and to Craig Mack. These were like two top musicians in their genre. And they didn't even shout them out. What the fuck? And people at the Grammys are fucking dicks. How you don't fucking shout out Vinnie Paul?
Yeah. Corporate.
Oh my! But still, these are fucking known.
Thing is though, with the Grammys, over the past few years, you can tell people like us are starting to worm their way in.
Yeah.
Because look at the bands nominated for Grammys. Vane was nominated for a Grammy. That's an epic milestone for heavy bands, heavy underground bands. So you can tell we're starting to infiltrate that system.
Yeah, I mean
it's a corporate based system. So yeah, they're dicks and they didn't.
Didn't Mastodon win one a few years ago?
Yeah. Yep.
I know Slayer won like 2 or 3, but we're always floating around. I mean, and years ago, our brothers in Rancid, they were nominated, or didn't they win? I know they had 2 top 40 songs, or Ruby Soho and Time Bomb. But we're always kind of floating around in there. And then some of these other bands, some of these progressive bands, they come from roots of hardcore bands. Like Dave Grohl was in Scream. He's an old hardcore kid. Yeah, that's the thing. People don't realize with him. I mean, motherfucker was always a good drummer. He was a good drummer in the 80s. You know what I mean?
Way before Nirvana.
Way before Nirvana.
Yeah.
Nirvana wasn't even on the horizon. And then, sometimes, people forget that. A lot of these bands that you hear now that are super popular, they came from real underground roots.
Yeah.
It's like fucking brutal shit.
Well, like that record they released, Probot.
Yeah, he had a guest on it.
Yeah, but he did all the music.
Yeah, he's a fucking beast.
So he did guitar, bass, drums, everything. He did all the music and then plugged in the singers he liked on those songs. It's awesome.
Must be pretty fucking awesome to work with him.
Oh yeah.
He's eccentric, but he's friendly.
Well, that's what's cool. He's like one of those humble guys. He brings up fans up on stage, lets them play their song. There's so many musicians out there, and whatever. Lots of them are dicks. Not all of them, but there's a lot of them out there that are very. This is all my world, and blah blah blah.
That shit is fucking weird.
It is. Like, you know what? you're not.
Sometimes they got to get grounded. It's like, motherfucker, you wasn't like this before all of this, this fame and fortune.
But that's what's cool.
You had to come from somewhere.
But that's what's cool about Dave. He's probably one of the most successful musicians of our time.
Yeah,
and one of the most humble ones.
Just like grab up one of them, just slap them back to contact. Hey, stupid.
I was talking to Reed from Corrosion of Conformity, who's telling me how Dave Grohl let them go in and use his studio to record their album and all that stuff.
That's cool.
So
yeah,
he's so nice.
Dude.
Yeah,
that's what we need, man. So, what other things y'all have planned for the coming year? I know y'all going to Europe, but beyond
right now. Let's just get past Friday with the record release. I don't even know my name anymore. It's crazy. I think my name's Hive Mentality, and my girlfriend's name is Snake, and all this other fucking.
She's gonna kill you for that when she hears the podcast. She's like,
"Oh,
you call my name Snake?"
Oh, well, she knows, but
Pliskin.
She gets frustrated because my attention is diverted right now. You know. But so we got this. We got Europe. Talking to my guy out in California, wants us to do another run out there. So might do some West Coast stuff.
I definitely see you guys more than likely hooking up with more metal bands.
Trying to. It's harder. It's harder to get into that genre, like at the level that we want to be at. I mean, I would love to do a tour with like a Slayer or anything like that, but it's just,
shit, man, that would be great. You know, I always say this to you, like if I were able to create a tour, what I would love to see is you guys go out with like Droid and No Reason to Live. You know, it's like No Reason to Live, Brick by Brick, and Droid. Those are like the nights to remember, because somebody's getting knocked the fuck out in that mosh pit. Oh my God! You know, like, all heavy bands. Everybody got serious groove, and I would love to see like a sustained tour like that. I'm dying to see Droid, man. Why don't they come over here? You know, it'd be good too if like y'all played in Europe and y'all were on tour with like Nasty.
Yeah, they're good dudes. They were supposed to come through a few years ago, and they canceled on me.
Yeah, man. We got to get them brothers over here. Shout out to all the peoples in Germany.
Yeah.
Get y'all over
See
here.
you soon.
See you soon, brick by brick. Leaving Heist, leaving. Yes, we're coming to Frankfurt and Munich and to Cologne. German Dan, we coming to see you, baby.
I gotta get a hold of him.
Yo, we coming to see you, brother.
He was out with Taylor Swift.
He was out with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
He was doing his numbers.
Doing all the staging and rigging for her.
I love it. Go German Dan. We love you, brother. See you soon. See you soon. Well, hopefully this is a big year for me. Hopefully, everything work out.
Yep.
Soon I can go out on tour with y'all.
You will.
Hey.
It'll be there.
And then we can all walk funny through Amsterdam and watch Mike wear clogs. Say, oh my goodness. Can you imagine that? Just fucking and play all these Eastern European places like fucking Prague, and Estonia, and Croatia. Go see Madrid and Croatian hardcore.
What Corey from Slapshot, he sent a text. They're out
Bosnia.
Serbia.
Serbia.
Sent a text of.
He keeps sending pictures of like great
kids are wearing. He's like, some kid out in Serbia is wearing your shirt.
Yeah, they were out in some coffee shop or whatever. They walked into a coffee house and some dude in Serbia is wearing a brick by brick hat.
Official. That's fucking good.
Yeah,
that's what we aiming for. Brick by Brick International. Fucking sick.
Well, we're there. We just gotta support it.
Grow it.
I guess that's a good side of social media, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's not all bad. It's just like Mike was saying before. There's using it as a tool and then using it as like a lifeline. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Well, you have anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh God, the list is so long. You'll need another episode.
Well, we have more time. I'm going to film more episodes. But is anybody in particular I know that...
Well, just based around this record, I mean, Upstate Records, Mario, Kim, done a great job for us. Jason Bordeaux, Dan over at Media for letting us get into the studio at short notice. Jamie Juron from the band Assault on the Living, great band, did the artwork for the record. Alan from West Side mastered the record. I mean, right there. I mean that those people made this record really happen. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, definitely that's my immediate shout out. All my bros, all my homies.
All my homies.
February 22nd.
Oh man,
coming up quick. I just can't believe it's been 6 months. It's just like
it's flown. It's flown right by.
Crazy, just crazy.
It means we're one day fucking closer to spring, though.
And I'm only on our rider. I only took a fifth of Jack Daniels. I don't want a full liter. Fifth of Jack, so that way I can remember the night.
I don't think you're gonna take the whole thing to the face, though.
What?
Yeah.
You're gonna take that whole thing to
Are
the
you
face.
kidding me? I drink almost a half a bottle on stage.
I've helped you with some.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He's helped you with some.
Stay away from my liquor.
I think he had rum or
He's
something.
got his own
the other time.
scotch. He's got scotch.
Yeah, it was something I was over there. He was thumbing the bass and something, but the bottle just like materialized and shit, like the fucking Great Kazoo. It just was like, he's like, and then he takes it, put it back up on the amp. I was like, yo, where the fuck did that come from? He's like, do. And he's like, so yo, fucking just fucking clicks his heels like Dorothy, and fucking just like fucking rum appears on top of the fucking amp. You gotta show me that trick, man. How'd you do that?
It's magic.
It sounds like some special shit you brought
It's,
back from
it's alcohol
Afghanistan.
magic.
Alcohol magic. You're the fucking alcohol leprechaun. This motherfucker. Click
Blackout magic.
Oh Jesus. He said, well, give your keys to somebody else to drive.
It's not black
Fuck
magic.
that.
It's blackout
It's
magic.
blackout magic. Just make motherfuckers hurtle over the hedges.
Fuck that dude.
Look at him. Make motherfuckers run like Usain Bolt. Jumping over hedges. This fucking crazy.
He's a big
bastard.
dude. He would have had a shot.
Nah, he wouldn't have had a shot.
Pretty well.
The dude was skinny like a Biafra child, brother. If he would have got hit, he would have just like disappeared.
Oh, he was a bigger guy.
Nah, man. He was tall, but he was like the build of a tall UFC fighter, but without the training.
Well, I'm fat.
Yeah, but come on now. You're a fucking.
I
grizzly
can't
bear.
fight for shit.
Oh,
he would have had a shot.
It's like, you're lying right now, and you're on camera right now for this podcast.
I just
You're
want
fucking
everybody to know
lying.
I'm a peaceful guy. I don't know how to fight.
Yes, kumbaya, Mike. Kumbaya. You could sell us anything. He's like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Yo, man, this is gonna be a good album. I'm really looking forward.
Yeah, I'm excited for the release.
Yeah, absolutely. But this was a great inaugural interview with Brick.
I'm glad we could be part of it, man.
No, I'm really happy. We look forward to filming y'all some more. Till the wheels fall off podcast.
Till the wheels fall off.
Yeah, till the wheels fall off with the magic alcohol and the Hive Mentality. And with that, and peace to everybody out there that hears this podcast. Look forward to getting with you again. And I love you. Got my producer over there on the Wheels of Steel, Dan Hogan. Yo, say what's up, Dan?
What up, Scott?
You over there like you driving Miss Daisy. You ain't got nothing to say.
I'm chilling.
Oh, you chilling.
In the cut.
Like a fucking villain.
In the cut.
Yo, I love you. Yo, with that, we out. Peace.
Peace.